Good afternoon, folks. How are y'all doing? You can probably hear my furnace running in the background, so hopefully that'll shut off in a minute. But have the paper here to hide the booty behind. Had some new orders come in, and I guess you could call it a silver unboxing, but couldn't resist opening it prior, so I've already opened it, and voila, it's already unboxed. Look at that. So, yeah, I guess I'm a sick individual. I said in my last video I was going to take it easy, cool off for a little while. But, of course, the new year, 2023, you got new coins coming out, new issues, so I couldn't resist the temptation. I probably shouldn't have. Probably should have held off, but got some nice things here. Just kind of go through it. Let's see, where should we start? I got this mostly from Hero Bullion, and then some of it I got from, I think, SD Bullion, but let's take a look. So Hero had a pretty good price on the American Silver Eagles, so I didn't go crazy on it, but I think I got 10 or 11, and they were just a little bit under $34 each. So that's, you know, pretty bad price, to be honest. And premiums have been coming down a lot. So hopefully premiums come down some more, but just wanted to get a couple. Hedge my bet. I always like to get some American Silver Eagles, so can't really go wrong. And frankly, the new design is kind of growing on me a little, so I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Not bad. So I kind of glanced at them. They seem to be in pretty good shape. You know, one other thing I noticed when they revamped the new design, some of the details were a little softer, a little smoother on the obverse, like the lines on the dress, you know, the stars on the flag. You know, some of those features are a little bit smoother on this, and at first I thought that was a poor choice stylistically, kind of like you're degrading the already good design. But then, the more I've looked at it, if you look at the old half dollars, you know, and the Adolf Weinman design that these were based off of, it was never an incredibly strong or pronounced strike. It was kind of a soft, muted design. So it wore very quickly because it was already kind of low relief, I guess you might say. It wasn't, you know, as pronounced. So it's actually a more accurate portrayal of the Adolf Weinman design, and I really like it, actually. So yeah, those are great. Just kind of glancing through here. They all look pretty good, like I said. So yeah. Also threw in a couple of these because these were cheaper at the time, trying to lower my dollar cost average. But these are also a great coin. Cook Islands. No, it's Niue. Oh, it is Cook Islands. Boy, I'm getting confused. I say it's Captain Cook. No, it's the, I think it's the Bounty. Pretty cool. This is a great design. I quite like these. Very shiny. Even the obverse here looks good. Be real interesting to see if they carry over with King Charles on all this random British Commonwealth type islands. We'll have to wait and see, because I think some of the Commonwealth players are getting cold feet about King Charles. Speaking of which, I got a couple more Britannias, 2023, last of the Queen Elizabeth. These look pretty good. I don't think there was too much in the way of milk spots. Kind of a weird thing I've noticed on these is that sometimes you get a different finish, a different appearance on the strike. Like, I forget what you call that design in the background on the kind of the flats. Sometimes it's like really polished, sometimes it's a little more cloudy or matte. And then I had some from 2020 that looked totally different on that part of the design. It's just kind of weird. Either way, they always look pretty good. Got some of the new kookaburras. This is really more of a collector coin. Although you're not paying a fortune for it. They're around 32 bucks. Excuse me there while I take a sip. Also got one of these. It's my first Germania bar. I've seen all the reviews, seen other people showing them. It's just a 5 ounce. And I threw it in the basket just to see what it was all about. I was kind of blown away. I really liked it. Oop, opening the wrong side. One of the weird things is that, yeah, it's a 5 ounce smaller size. I couldn't believe how small it really was. You know, it's really like a fun size candy bar. It's tiny. Because I've got another 5 ounce bar, and, you know, it's larger, so that means it's probably a little thinner in this respect. Stretched out a little longer. I guess we could lead into this one. I also got a 10 ounce bar. Probably about the same width, so yeah. This bar is also fire, so I really like both of these designs. Kinesis is a company I've been learning more about. I think Andrew McGuire works there now. You know, he's a bit of a shill, but it seems to be a decent company, and I would buy their Kinesis tokens. It's like kind of like a crypto, I guess. It's supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be a blockchain, and you get a credit card so you can spend your silver, and it's very low fees, like almost a zero premium over spot. And if you want to take physical possession of your Kinesis, they might have like a certain minimum, but a couple $100 you can ask for physical delivery. So it's not like comics we need to buy 1,000 ounce. Well, you have to buy a contract that might be like 5,000 ounces or something. Even the small guy you can order, and they'll ship you your physical if you want it. And like I said, this bar looks really good. It's, I guess it's probably cast, highly polished. So is this they're both highly polished, and they look fantastic. They both have, it's hard to see, little like saran wrap. This one's got a little holographic seal. You know, it's funny, I saw another video, some guy was talking about like the serial numbers, how that makes it like a Comex or LBMA good delivery bar. It's not true. You know, these serial numbers, they mean practically nothing. Like, it's not some ledger where people can look it up. It's really just to make people feel good that something's legit, but there's no directory to look up serial numbers for these. You'd have to call the individual company and say, do you have that serial number? And I mean, it's just pointless all around. If someone's selling these online, like, they don't care. They'll show the picture of the serial number, and then you could have access to it, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, you don't have ownership of it just because you know the serial number of that particular bar. It's just serial numbers on these are totally useless. Maybe that's just my opinion. It's just to make some people feel nice and cozy. But, all right, those are kind of heavy. Put those down. All right, what else do we get? These were the cheapest thing Hero had at the time, so I threw about 10 of those in the cart. Again, I really hate I have to make that minimum purchase to avoid sales tax. I really hate that. Hopefully we can change that in my state someday. But these are nice. These are actually really nice. I did a video a couple months ago about this coin, and I thought it was like new old stock that they might have got a shipment of, but I don't think that. Changed my opinion. It's probably newly minted coins, but it was just kind of weird. There was a period of a couple years where they didn't really have these, now they're back. But I really like that. I really like that design a lot. Just a round, and you can tell you're a silver nerd when you get excited about a silver round you don't have. I didn't have any of these Asahi rounds, and I gotta say, it's really nice. just this side in general is super cool. Super cool, so I was stoked to see that in hand, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a bad haul. And of course, we do have some King Charles coins coming out from the Royal Mint UK, so I did place an order for those. It probably won't be out for till mid-February. Yeah, but I'm a little worried with Australia and Canada. They both seem to be dragging their feet on making those, and they're making all kinds of excuses about the effigy and you need committees. No, I don't buy it. They're dragging their feet. So it would not surprise me at all if you see a whole bunch of places dropping King Charles. And I think that could be a bigger deal politically than people are expecting. Kind of like, not a black swan, but a real curveball. Because if Australia and Canada decide to drop that, it's like they have really good relations with the UK. They're part of the Commonwealth, and they do a lot of trade. And really, it's more of a defensive agreement too. Australia's got to know with China, they need as many allies as they can in case there's ever a hot war in that region. And if they really think their people don't want King Charles on the coins anymore, how do you politely tell them to, bugger off? That'll be something to keep an eye on, because it could really fracture relations in the Commonwealth. And I don't know how that'll play out. And it could be a real game changer that nobody's really thinking about. But we'll keep an eye on it. And if we do get the new King Charles portrait on the maples and kangaroos, I'll be all over those. Just because, we've had this image for so long. She's been on coins since like 1953. I just want to see a new picture. And people are giving King Charles a real hard time, saying that the new coins are awful looking, but I don't think so. I don't have a picture of it right in front of me, but here, I'll grab one of these. This was his grandfather, Elizabeth's father, George. I mean, he pretty much looks like George. See if we can get some good lighting on it. Apologize, for some reason the lighting's not. Gotta change the white balance there. There we go, not bad. I mean, he pretty much looks like that, just older. He looks like a respectable gentleman. So, I don't see any problems with it. It really looks no different than any of the other British kings. The only thing he should have done, he's going to have Charles written on there, but he should have kept the Latin, like Carolus would have been cool. Kind of like King Charlemagne. I mean, at least he's not bald like that guy. Edward VII. So, I'm excited. Yeah. Anyways, we'll cut that one there. Take one last look at the haul. And yeah, probably get a couple more orders in the next couple weeks. But yeah, we'll keep stacking, and make sure to like, comment. I do like to read those comments, and subscribe for future content. Take care.